Since I am interviewing Donald Trump,
Cool.
you want to stop by?
Yeah, sure. I'll stop in.
There was tragically an assassination attempt on Donald Trump. After this, you tweeted that you endorse him. What's your philosophy behind that endorsement? What do you hope Donald Trump does for the future of this country and for the future of humanity?
You know, people tend to take, like, say, an endorsement as, well, I agree with everything that person has ever done their entire life, 100% wholeheartedly.
Yes, this is very interesting. I don't know if you have seen this clip. Elon Musk sat down today with Lex Fridman in an interview where they talk about a range of topics, but there is something very important. He outlined reasons why he is voting for Trump. When you take a look at this tweet, Elon Musk reveals 7 reasons why he is voting for Trump. And if you notice something, for the past few days, I'm not doing videos pertaining to Trump relating to what happened to him recently. Because of what is happening to this platform, I noticed what they were doing, trying to suppress the kind of videos I was putting out. I had to rethink.
Since I am interviewing Donald Trump,
Cool.
you want to stop by?
Yeah, sure. I'll stop in.
There was tragically an attempt on Donald Trump. After this, you tweeted that you endorse him. What's your philosophy behind that endorsement? What do you hope Donald Trump does for the future of this country and for the future of humanity?
You know, people tend to take, like, say, an endorsement as, well, I agree with everything that person has ever done their entire life, 100% wholeheartedly. And that's not going to be true of anyone. But we have to pick, you know, we've got 2 choices really for who's president. And it's not just who's president, but the entire administrative structure changes over. And I thought Trump displayed courage under fire, objectively. You know, he's just got shot. He's got blood streaming down his face, and he's like fist pumping, saying "fight." You know, like that's impressive. Like, you can't feign bravery in a situation like that. Like, most people would be ducking. They would not be, because it could be a second shooter. You don't know. The president of the United States got to represent the country, and they're representing you. They're representing everyone in America. Well, like, you want someone who is strong and courageous to represent the country. That's not to say that he is without flaws. We all have flaws, but on balance, and certainly at the time, it was a choice of, you know, Biden, poor guy, you know, has trouble climbing a flight of stairs.
Yes, before we proceed with the video, let me say this. For some time now, I've been observing this man and the kind of things he stands with, he will always focus on it. Relating to what happened in Venezuela just a few days ago, Elon Musk has been going off, and it made me to actually look at him with different eyes. The impression I used to have about him is changing. Elon Musk wants things to be okay. I understand he might have things that people disagree with, but at this point, I don't see it. He took a decision to endorse Trump. People criticize. Liberals were melting down. The Biden campaign came out. Oh, he wanted to buy the election. I saw that. You know, I even did a video about that. Someone tweeted this. Musk has always been very moderate. Liberals over the last 8 to 10 years have gone so far left that it pushed so many in the media now to the right, to center, and MAGA conservative are now the party of common sense. It's been wild to watch, actually. That is the truth. That is exactly why you see people like this changing their minds.
A choice of, you know, Biden, poor guy, you know, has trouble climbing a flight of stairs. And the other one's fist pumping after getting shot. This is no comparison. I mean, who do you want dealing with some of the toughest people and, you know, other world leaders who are pretty tough themselves? And I mean, I'll tell you, like, what are the things that I think are important? You know, I think we want a secure border. We don't have a secure border. We want safe and clean cities. I think we want to reduce the amount of spending that we're, at least slow down the spending. Because we're currently spending at a rate that is bankrupting the country. The interest payments on U.S. debt this year exceeded the entire Defense Department spending. If this continues, all of the federal government taxes will simply be paying the interest. And you keep going down that road, and you end up, in the tragic situation that Argentina had back in the day. Argentina used to be one of the most prosperous places in the world. And hopefully with Milei taking over, he can restore that. But it was an incredible fall from grace for Argentina to go from being one of the most prosperous places in the world to being very far from that. So I think we should not take American prosperity for granted. So we really want to, I think we've got to reduce the size of government, we've got to reduce the spending, and we've got to live within our means.
Listen.
So I wouldn't say that I'm, for example, MAGA, or Make America Great Again. I think America is great. I'm more MAG, Make America Greater. And there's some core pillars, some core values that have, I think, made America great.
Could you elucidate those?
Yeah. So one of them is being a meritocracy. Maybe as much of a meritocracy as possible, such that you get ahead as a function of your hard work and your skill, and nothing else. Which is why I would be opposed to, for example, things like DEI.
Adrian Wooldridge documented the fact that the alternative to meritocracy historically is nepotism and dynasty.
Absolutely.
It's not equity.
It's not equity. Correct.
It's nepotism and dynasty.
Exactly.
Right. So that's very much worth knowing. Okay.
Yes.
Meritocracy has its price because it's a severe judge.
Yes, this is not the first time Elon Musk is been outspoken about Trump. I understand there are things he used to disagree with Trump, but he had to compare the two candidates to see, who can be that person to do this, do that. If you look at what he outlined here, the 7 points, that is just what everybody wants. Especially this issue of the border. It has been a big problem. We saw Elon Musk even going right there. That day I did a segment. He even did live stream to expose what is happening at the southern border. Now, looking into this video, we need a strong leader. Look at what is happening in the war. These are some of the things. When he put out, I pay attention to it. I don't just watch videos because I see them or I create clips, just to post. I try to look into it to see the value of the videos. I don't watch the mainstream media like a video I put out today. Someone said, I don't like to watch CNN. If I'm putting on a video about CNN, know that it is significant. There is something I have seen in that clip which need to be seen by many people, especially their hypocrisy